Hi guys, welcome to my channel Sunshine Acupuncture. My name is Marsha and I am currently working as an acupuncturist. So today I'll be discussing whether acupuncture works or is helpful for people suffering from PTSD. Let's talk a little bit about PTSD. It stands for post-traumatic stress disorder, and this is getting to become a more prevalent condition. I've seen many cases of it, and typically these people have suffered from some sort of stress, trauma in their life, and they're having a hard time dealing with it. Um, Particularly people who are in the military service or veterans may show some signs of this, especially if they have gone out of this country and overseas to other parts of the world to do a job or to have a deployment. Also, children who've had suffered some sort of abuse, whether it be physical abuse, mental abuse, just some sort of abuse, and people who are under high stress, either at their work environment, job, or that if they're going through some sort of very traumatic experience, like they are going through a divorce right now and it's taking a long time and it's just stressing them out. Those are some of the examples of people who may show signs of this condition. There are different degrees of it. It varies on how severe and how, it's not everyone's going to have the same level of degree of this condition. And let's go into some symptoms that may show up when you have PTSD. First and foremost, you're gonna see is irritability. You might feel very irritable to a lot of things and just, a hard time kind of dealing with life, and just very constantly, feeling maybe angry or sad or all sorts of emotions. And there will be some sort of sleep disturbance. Either you're gonna have a hard time falling asleep, like insomnia, or staying asleep. Like you might wake up in the middle of the night and you can't sleep, or you might have a lot of nightmares and dream disturbances, vivid dreams. All of that are symptoms of this as well. And you're gonna have some sort of headache, um, fogginess, heaviness in the head, you know, some sort of head, related thing is also part of the symptoms, as well as hard time to concentrate, hard time to focus, can't seem to, enjoy reading a book or things of that sort. And then also maybe some of them are having a hard time kind of being in a public place. They don't want to be with people, they want to be alone. Or they find social environments hard to adjust. Like there's some sort of anxiety when you're in public. And anxiety is a big part of it as well. You will have symptoms of maybe palpitation, just chest heaviness, also maybe short of breath, you feeling very panicky in situations, also maybe some sort of numbness, when you're having panic attacks. Those are all symptoms of this condition as well. And you just have a hard time dealing with stress. You just find life to be very stressful, even if there isn't too much stress, but you just seem to have a hard time kind of dealing with normal stress that you were okay with dealing before, but now it just seems too much to deal with, and that could also be one of the things. And so have been said, Acupuncture is definitely very, very helpful with this condition. I've seen a lot of cases that, it works like a miracle in some case, but in general, it's going to give you some sort of just, well-being. Like, you're going to get reduced in some of the symptoms if you have some of them. I mean, you're not going to have everything, not everyone have everything, but you'll have something that I mentioned, and you'll find relief in many areas of that. But I mean, I just want to point out one case. I had this guy who had PTSD for 17 years or so. He's had headaches every single day for 17 years, and he's had sleep disturbance. He has nightmares constantly. He doesn't sleep well. He doesn't have energy. Oh, that's another thing. Like, you find you have low levels of energy. You just can't seem to have energy no matter what. Even if you sleep, you don't sleep. So for him, he doesn't seem to have energy, and he doesn't seem to sleep well, and he just has constant headaches, and he can't work. So he hasn't worked for a long time, and and then he came to see me once, and I gave him treatment, and in one treatment his headache was gone, and it never came back. So for him, that was sort of like a miracle, but I'm not going to say that is the case for everyone, or you're going to get that good of a result right away, but you will get some sort of relief one way or another. I had this one guy who was in the army, and he went to Afghanistan for a period of time. He came back, and there was some issue for him to adjust back in this country. So he was actually homeless for a while, and he was just going through some hard times, finding a job, and he tell me he has a lot of flashbacks. Flashback is another thing that you might have with this condition. You might find yourself kind of having flashbacks to the time that was traumatic. Like, you might just all of a sudden have a flashback of that traumatic experience. For him, he suffered from flashbacks during the day, that kind of prevented him from being able to focus or have a job. So he came and he saw me, and I gave him treatment. He instantly felt much calmer, less anxiety. His sleep got better. His depression got better. So, I just want to let you guys know that acupuncture is great for this kind of condition, even if you don't have it to that degree of severity where you're just not sleeping, or you're having flashbacks, or or just you're going through extreme anxiety, you can't be in a social environment, or just extreme depression that you don't want to see anyone. Even if it's just like this one person I had who's going through a pretty bad divorce, and he has a lot of stress at work that's preventing him from able to sleep very well. And so just for him, coming in for treatments weekly, he's able to just get his stress under control. He's able to sleep better. He's able to, be able to work, concentrate his job better. His irritability is down. Just that he's able to deal with his day-to-day stress in life. So that's just some of the just ways acupuncture can help, especially if you keep up with it, if you come in for regular everyday treatment once a week or more, that you will find that it's easier to deal with things that you're struggling with, that you can't sleep, or you can't eat, or you have constant headache, or can't concentrate, or you just have anxiety, you have palpitations or shortness of breath. Like, all of that can be managed when you come in for weekly treatments. Not that it will go away all at once, but you will find yourself able to sleep better, have less anxiety, less depression, concentrate, work better, just manage your life better. Some of them are very severe, that even with treatment that they do see relief, but they might still need additional therapy on top of this. that it's not gonna just go away, or it's not as effective, especially if the trauma is very, very deep. Like this one case where this girl, she was sexually abused as a child by a family member. In her case, it's a little bit more severe, that, you know, acupuncture helped her, but I don't know if she's still able to kind of be okay, you know, especially in a relationship, you know, when she has a relationship with a significant other, that it's gonna be okay for her, because I feel like she goes through a lot of trauma when she was young, that it's hard for her to kind of hold a normal, stable relationship. But, you know, but if the trauma is not too severe, or even if it is too severe, that this could just kind of help you, you know, to a certain degree. Either you might completely be rid of your conditions, just you might be able to function as normal, or just help you to a degree that you can function, you know, in the world, or some aspects of relief. And I just wanted to address this issue, and I've just seen so many cases of it, so I want to let you guys know acupuncture is extremely helpful. Acupuncture is extremely helpful not only for this condition, but for many conditions. But today I want to just focus on this topic and discuss that acupuncture is very, very helpful. And a lot of these people are on some sort of medication. And over time with treatment, that they are able to get off medication and just kind of function better, and etc. So I just think it's good to have awareness, to know that there's other options that you can have. Like, you can go to acupuncture for this condition, not just be on medication. And I think in this world, people just have so much stress in general that it's becoming more and more prevalent. And so this is something I want to discuss. I will be discussing additional topics in the future, because this is a channel where we're going to discuss acupuncture related stuff. So stay tuned, and I'll have another video coming up soon. And also we'll talk about nutrition and everything that's health related. So thanks for watching this video, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe for future videos, and have a good day and be well.